10. The Dark Knight Rises.
You sound like you're looking forward to it.
The Dark Knight Rises is the climactic finish to the Nolan trilogy of Batman films. It stars an older Batman who is struggling to get past his retirement at the cowl until an international terrorist by the name of Bane threatens his beloved Gotham.
Gotham's reckoning.
You don't owe these people.
Wildly anticipated to break box office records, it was helped by its predecessor, The Dark Knight, and generating massive popularity for the franchise.
Not everything. Not yet.
You could have gone anywhere, did anything. But you came
Bale
back
and
here.
Nolan are at their best for this movie, and it really paid off, generating an impressive $1.08 billion. Number 9. Skyfall.
Let's go.
You both know what's at stake here.
Skyfall stars the ever-present British spy James Bond, and as always, it's never straightforward. Skyfall is the 23rd James Bond film. The story centres on Bond investigating an attack on MI6. The attack is part of a plot by former MI6 operative Raoul Silva to humiliate, discredit, and kill M as revenge against her for betraying him.
They weren't targeting her. They wanted her to see it.
Also featuring an incredibly successful single by superstar Adele, this film ranked up a rather shaken and not stirred $1.11 billion.
We come to it at last.
Number 8. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
The end has come.
The final instalment of the epic Peter Jackson trilogy, Return of the King was hugely anticipated, and is beloved by fans and critics alike. As Sauron launches the final stages of his conquest of Middle-earth, Gandalf the Wizard and Theoden King of Rohan rally their forces to help defend Gondor's capital, Minas Tirith, from the looming threat. He won all 11 Academy Awards for which he was nominated, therefore holding the record for highest Oscar sweep. It was a massive commercial success and grossed an incredible $1.12 billion. Number 7. Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
Our entire space race of the 1960s was in response to an event.
This film's story is set 3 years after the events of the 2009 film in the Transformers franchise, with the Autobots, during the collaboration with the Nest military force, discovering a hidden alien technology in possession of humans, which had been found by Apollo 11 on the Moon 42 years earlier. However, the Decepticons unveil a plan to use the technology to enslave humanity in order to restore Cybertron, the home planet of the Transformers. Although not an outright critical success, the special effects and storyline clearly won over the public when this film grossed an outstanding $1.12 billion.
You may lose your faith in us, but never in yourselves.
Number 6. Iron Man 3.
I'm Tony Stark. I build neat stuff. I got a great girl. And occasionally, save the world. So why can't I sleep?
Released in 2013, Iron Man 3 stars the hugely popular Robert Downey Jr., who is reprising his role as Tony Stark, a billionaire and genius who creates the Iron Man suit. In this film, Tony tries to recover from post-traumatic stress disorder caused by the events of the Avengers, while investigating a terrorist organisation led by the mysterious Mandarin. One of the more favourable films of the superhero genre, and grossed a whopping $1.22 billion.
Of what's left of your life.
Number 5. Frozen.
It couldn't be warmer. It couldn't be sunnier. But that's about to change. Forever.
Arendelle.
It's completely frozen.
Frozen is an animated film focusing on Iceman's journey through Professor X's school of witchcraft and wizardry. Only joking. The film tells the story of a fearless princess who sets off on an epic journey alongside a rugged Iceman, his loyal pet reindeer, and a hapless snowman to find her estranged sister, whose icy powers have inadvertently trap the kingdom in eternal winter. Loved by critics, children, and adults alike, this film saw a huge revenue stream, becoming the highest grossing animated film of all time, even surpassing Toy Story 3. Just missed out on this list. It made a rather cool $1.27 billion. Number 4. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 2.
Now, join me and confront your fate.
This was a big one. Final installment of the Harry Potter franchise, the story continues to follow Harry Potter's quest to find and destroy Lord Voldemort's Horcruxes. A film of love, despair, death and courage, a climactic end to the franchise. It was universally acclaimed by critics, and with the following it had from the books and the films, it's not hard to see why. It's fourth on this list with a spellbinding $1.34 billion.
Come to die.
Come on, Tom. Let's finish this the way we started. Together!
Number 3. The Avengers.
War has started. And we are hopeless.
A culmination of Marvel films, the Avengers set a landmark on how to create a universe and bring those characters together in an epic motion picture. In the film, Nick Fury, director of the peacekeeping organisation S.H.I.E.L.D., recruits Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, and Thor to form a team that will stop Thor's brother Loki from subjugating Earth. Critical and box office success, it made a smashing $1.52 billion and truly launched superheroes onto the world stage, if they weren't already.
I think they need a timeout.
Number 2. Titanic.
Alright, open your eyes.
Now on to 2 films in a league of their own. First of all, Titanic. A fictionalised account of the sinking of the RMS Titanic. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet as members of different social classes who fall in love aboard the ship during its ill-fated maiden voyage. Widely known as arguably the greatest love story of all time, the depth of character and emotional connection left people in floods, no pun intended, coming out of the movie theatre. You will go far to find someone who hasn't seen this movie. It made an iceberg-sized revenue of $2.19 billion, including the re-release. Number 1. Avatar. The highest grossing film of all time. Directed by James Cameron, the film is set in the mid-22nd century when humans are mining a precious mineral called unobtainium on Pandora, a lush habitable moon of a gas giant in the Alpha Centauri star system. Expansion of the mining colony threatens the continued existence of a local tribe of Na'vi, a humanoid species indigenous to Pandora. Years in the making, the special effects of this film create a brand new world that immersed every moviegoer. Critically, it was a success, and in the American and Canadian box office, it was massive. But it truly made its money on the international stage, earning nearly $2 billion from international markets alone. Avatar grossed an unobtainium $2.79 billion after its re-release. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any suggestions as to what you want to see next, leave a comment, or alternatively grab your limited edition SpongeBob conch shell and give me a call. Wait, you don't have one? We can't be friends anymore.